So I've got new material night Wednesday, sorry about the itch. 10 minutes, so I thought best do a bit of rehearsing. So this 10 minutes is a whole new bit, never done it before. And it's about holidays. So here we go at 20 seconds in. So I guess holidays have been going to be hammered this year, aren't they, with everything that's going on in the world and the field. And to be honest, we tend not to go away anymore, mainly because we've got the dog, but also we bicker a lot. Like we argue about, you know, where we're going to go. And the last time we went away, she said, "Oh, it's holidays, where do you fancy going?" I said, "No, you choose, it's fine." She said, "No, you choose." So I said, "Okay, how about Corfu?" "Oh, no. I went there on my first honeymoon. That was a disaster, I don't want to go there." I said, "All right, okay. I'll tell you what, in 1972, I went to Lorette Del Mar. Wouldn't it be a bit cool maybe just go back there and see what it's like?" She said, "Oh, no, I was in Lorette the same year." She said, "That's where I lost my virginity." I said, "Hang on a minute. You'd have been 14 back then." She said, "Oh, I know. One was a lovely man, too." I said, "Right, forget travelling, but Jersey." No, she said. "Went to Jersey last year, didn't I? It's where I had my first threesome." I said, "Yeah, you did go to Jersey last year, but you weren't with me. It was your bloody girlfriend, Chris." Anyway, then we argued. She said, "What clothes are you going to wear to travelling?" I said, "Sorry?" She said, "Your travel clothes. What are you going to wear?" I said, "Just, I don't know, shorts, trainers, t-shirt." No, you've got to go smart because people will be looking." They won't. People won't be looking. This isn't the 1960s. We had a massive argument about it, and I ended up, you know, wearing a suit. And the people at the check-ins, they've got no sense of humour. Like, we got there. So, did you pack the case yourself, sir?" I said, "No, my wife did. Hope this time she's managed to hide the drugs better than the last time." 6 hours they detained us for. Strip search, missed our flight, cost us another 400 quid. She was livid. I'm not a big fan of flying. It's probably not the actual flying that gets to me. I'm claustrophobic, so it's the fact that I'm sort of trapped inside and I can't get out. And I thought I'd overcome it. We went to Skiathos a little while back, and I've been psyching myself up all week to get back onto the plane. And we were approaching the plane down that corridor, and all of a sudden I said, "I can't do this. I can't go on the plane." So you're gonna have to go on the plane, because it's the only way of getting home. "No, I'll hitchhike." She said, "Hitchhike?" She said, "This is an island." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'll get across to the mainland Greece, and then I'll hitchhike up through Greece, up through Italy, France, get to Le Havre, get the ferry across, and then hitchhike from Dover home." She said, "You do realise you're back at work on Monday, and today is Saturday." And I got on it. It was all right. And the thing I've noticed, and you'll have known this, is that this, and I don't know when it first started, when it first crept in, but people now applaud a plane for landing. You're just applauding somebody doing their job, aren't you? I mean, part of it is relief, I know that, but you don't applaud other forms of transport. You don't applaud your coach driver, your train driver, certainly not your Uber driver. And then that door opens and we all pour out and we all say the same thing. "Oh, feel that heat." It's just as hot as this in the UK, but this is a different heat, in that this is a dry heat. And you go down the steps and you have to get on that bus that's going to take you to the terminal. You can see the terminal. It's just that you can literally reach out and touch it, but you have to get on the bus. That's the obligatory. And this bus then takes you all the way around the perimeter of the airport. You're thinking, why? Before it comes back to the exact same place you could have got on it. And then you just literally walk 2 steps and you're in the terminal. Then it's a massive rush. The baggage reclaim. I don't know why people do that. It's not going to get stuff out any quicker, is it? And the last time we went abroad, I've got to be honest, I tried showing off. Some bag came around, I thought I'd be macho. There was a couple of ladies by me. I'll pick it up with one hand. And I grabbed it and then suddenly realised it was a lot heavier than I remember. So I had to let it go. And they were looking at it. They knew what had happened, right? They knew that was my bag. Went, "Oh, yeah, it's not mine. It just looks like mine." They all waited to see me humiliated. I slunk to the coach. They were just all glaring at me because I made them wait a bit longer than anticipated. Anyway, coach set off, and again the coach always seems to go through the worst part of the town, like, and you're thinking, oh my God, what have we come to? And then that first hotel looms in sight, and everybody's praying, please God, do not let this be mine. And the coach comes to a halt, and the hostess announces the name of the person who's staying there, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, whatever, and we all applaud, like, not to wish them well, we're just relieved. And you think that's what you get when you pay for a £10 sudden holiday. And we all get them. We all arrive at our various hotels, and my mate, he said to me, he said, when you get to a hotel, the first thing I will do is check the kettle for wee. Have you heard of it? I've never heard of it. Why? Why would anybody wee in a kettle when there's just beyond me. So the next day you've got to go down for the welcome party. That's obligatory. I mean, with a package holiday, and the people that have been there, you know, a week, they're all tanned and they're just watching these pasty white people show up, and the sun rep's probably the most insincere people you can ever meet. They're trying to flog you excursion. We don't really go on excursions. We did go on one a few years back. We were in Cyprus and we wanted to go to Famagusta, which, if you don't know, that's where the Turks basically invaded in 1974. So we got a jeep, like, it was just us two and the driver. So he said, do you know much about this? I said, well, a little bit. He said, well, basically, he said the Turks invaded Famagusta because they wanted to take over northern Cyprus. They turfed people out of their homes. People lost their, they lost their houses, they lost their businesses, and it was quite a violent assault. And you can still see, like, how the buildings have been left, and it's just awful, and all because of greed, and Turks wanted to take over another country. Absolutely despicable. And I said to him, I don't recognise your accent, mate. Where are you from? And he said, Germany. Little bit ironic. But there's certain people you meet on holiday and I sort of, I'll catch you on. There's the local expert, right? If you get talking to him, he knows everything there is to know about the island. And you think, like, he's probably, has he lived here all his life? He hasn't. He's only been there a week, but he's just been on Wikipedia looking at bloody crap. And then you got the person, we met one last year. I said, so have you got plans for this week then? No, mate, no. He said, we've seen all we want to see. What, the whole island? Yeah, well, we've seen all we want to see. Okay, really? Yeah. How long have we been? It's 3 days. And then you got that person who tries to befriend you, right? And we had one, and to be honest, he was a pain in the ass. It was we came out on our we did get a call for him. We came out of our balcony on him. He's like, all right. Yeah, fine. Oh, arrived yesterday, did you? Yeah. Plan to go on the sun today, are you? Yeah, you have a little walk. How long are you going to be in the sun for? So, I don't know, I'll take it steady. Obviously being ginger, maybe to me. Oh, 20 minutes, he said. Me? I stayed for 8 hours. Good. Next morning, alright, yeah. Go in the sea? Yeah, right in the sea. How deep do you go? How far do you go out? I don't know, just probably. Oh, me? I went out so far as 30 metres deep, at least. Okay, next day. See any fish in the sea? Yeah, 1 or 2. What's the biggest fish you saw? And I'm just gonna. So black. Of course, he'd seen one fucking bigger. Anyway, the next day he came out and he's got this baseball cap on. I went, oh, nice hat, mate. He said, hey, bought it yesterday. I said, they must have known you were Welsh. He said, why? I said, well, because of what it says. Corfu, is it? He went, no, it's Corfu, is it? I went, nah, it's definitely Corfu, is it? He went, no, it's Corfu, is it? As in, Corfu is the place to be. I went, mate, they've stitched you up. That definitely says Corfu, is it? He got right, Marty. It says bloody Corfu, is it? Corfu, is it? Look at this, fucking. Oh, I didn't speak to him the rest of the week, which was brilliant. And then there's the people you meet, like, oh, you will keep in touch, won't you? Right, now, before we had social media and mobile phones, it was easy. You could just give them a false address and a false phone number. They couldn't check. You can't do that anymore, can you? Oh yeah, turn up anytime if you. But you fucking never expect them to do it, but they do. And then of course you come back. People say, oh, you look well. You've been away. Yeah, I've been away. Who did you fly with? Who did I fly with? Who did you fly with? So no, I'll just say loads of people and walk away, and they're sat there. Yeah, right, so that's 10 minutes, that'll do.